but at the start we saw Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Arydia, the Pals We Dare Tread. Apologize for being AFK there. Just got to a late lunch as the house was a mess and I was helping clean it up. We fell behind, which is a thing that happens when you have small children. It's okay, everyone. Anyways, what's up, everybody? We are back with another episode of Arydia, the Paths We Dare Tread. This is apparently episode 57. We are just chugging along. If you missed last episode, you're just gonna have to go back and watch it, my friend. I don't remember what happened. I'm pretty sure we went up into the trees. See, the problem is when you do 2 episodes in a day, and that was a week ago, it's hard to differentiate what happened in which episode. That's where I'm struggling right now. But I think we went up into the trees, did a riddle for the owlet, got some giant pine nuts, fought a rat vine creature. And then we went up to the Lemons camp and solved a riddle to get another tablet piece. This time the merchant tablet, I believe? Yeah, the merchant's tablet. Which means we have... Camera, why you do this? What did I do that caused you to do this? Are you on the wrong mode? No? Okay. Ever so often, camera does this. I guess better now than later. I just don't know why it decides to do this. So we're just going to deactivate it for a second. Right, while I do my intro, because you don't need to see the screen anyways, right? You don't need to see what's happening to understand what's happening, right? Anyways. checking my math. We have 4 of 6 tablets. I'm guessing we won all 6, but I'm a little bit confused or concerned. All right, now I really do need to have a camera that actually works. Oh, are you gonna focus, buddy? Oh, you focus? I don't think it's gonna do a focus. Yeah, it's gonna sit like that. So, wait, a couple other things we can try. I mean, I think the answer is I gotta unplug it, and plug it back in. I just don't like doing that, you know? I don't like it. Alright, let's try this. Yeah, for whatever reason, this camera, this main top-down camera, just kind of does stuff on its own. I don't know why. I think it's trying to be smart. And if there's anything I've learned from recent years, smart technology is about the dumbest technology you can get. Because instead of trying to solve a problem with known answers at any given time, it's like, I assume there is a problem and I'm going to solve it in this way. And overall, I found that that doesn't work. First of all, there usually isn't a problem to begin with. Second of all, its solution is usually garbage. I'm a programmer by trade, and I recognize technology nowadays is pretty bad. And we've kind of just learned to live with it to the point where, like, incrementally it's gotten worse and worse, and every time we're like, well, I mean, I guess we can live with this small problem. Well, I guess we can live with this small problem, and then here we are now, like 5 billion problems deep, and it's like, well, I guess, I mean, it turns on, so I guess that's it's a minimum requirement, right? That it works because it turns on. I'm being a little, I'm exaggerating a tad, obviously, but this is a complete digression. Anywho, back on topic. 4 out of 6 tablets. We just have 2 more. One of them is in an icy stream, which could be here. Trying to see where else on the map an icy stream could be. I suppose maybe here? There's a little pond. I wonder if there's a stream. Normally there'd be a stream of some sort connecting that, but who knows, right? So that's a thing. Other... Yeah, it feels like the only 2 sources of icy stream. And then large waterfall is the other one we're missing. And I assume that's this. Okay. Sorry, conversation happening through the closed door. Uh, my guess is this is like kind of the final zone, the Temple of the Thaw. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like that's the end game. We're gonna fight Jerky McGee, who said we smelled funny in the very first episode and hasn't gotten better since. Has since committed murder and stolen from us while trying to commit more murder. Um, Yo, what up? Who out murdering this guy? So yeah, he's a jerk, and we don't like him. At some point, we'll have to deal with him. And the part that's giving me pause, we've had a job in our queue, a side quest, if you will, for a long time, to give this hero's quest or crest to a guy named Clendens, who is a blonde man with a wicked grin. And I always assumed he was the killer, because why wouldn't I assume that? But we've since learned that the guy we've been following for a while, who called us Smelly, also a blonde-haired man with a wicked grin. And we've seen, well, we haven't seen him do the murdering directly. We've been part of a trial which discovered he was part of the murdering. So, I mean, maybe I can go do that side job now. The side job wouldn't mislead me, right? It wouldn't secretly be a trap, right? Right? Okay, it's probably a trap. It's almost certainly a trap. I might go do that, though. That's just all the way back on the first continent. Ugh. Okay. Without further ado, let's actually play the game. And by that, I mean let's flip my equipment board around for Rick's, because it's currently upside down based or relative to how I usually have it. And that would be awkward to play. First things first, we're going to refresh all of our travel tokens because Rick's has that power twice per day. And they're all exhausted, so I might as well. Right. One thing to note. Once per day I can take 1 to 3... Huh. There's some stuff going on upstairs. 1 to 3 travel cards and shuffle them back into the travel deck. And the reason that is relevant is I have this bobbing boat travel card. So if I'm going to travel on water, I'd like to shuffle that in as our deck gets basically 0. So we can just auto-encounter that. That's the ideal. But right now, I want to go get Feyberries from the Daggerfrost. So we travel on the road. You enjoy your travels taking in the sights. Thank you. And then we go this way on this forest path. It's difficult to find your way. Oh no, we lose our sense of direction token. And then we go to Big 53. Big 53. I have a post-it note on the top of my big tile box that my 5-year-old wrote. She was trying to spell the word don't by sound. She got close. She got very close. That's why I don't know. And she got very close. Just gotta work on the don'ts. Contractions are hard. Glacial stream. Well, that sounds like an icy stream to me. Snowdrifts slowly melt here in the sun. As the river flows by, it is joined by a small tributary gurgling bright blue from the nearby glacier. An old weathered stone path leads up the slope hewn into the mountain. Oh yeah. So we are here. I'm going to take a drink real quick. Okay. So I guess we go to long 38. Hut, 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 hut. Snow-dappled path. Does it feel like we should have encountered something that would tell us how to get the tablet we're looking for? As you step upon the snow-covered path, a strange fear grips you. It is otherworldly in its strength, and your breath catches in your throat. In an instant, the feeling leaves you. All you're left with is the cold. Well, that's probably completely normal. Alright, we don't need a travel deck right now, so I'm just going to move this for space reasons. Everything's kind of conspiring. This is an awkward direction for the second tile to go. Oh, and it's even better, because I'm just going to take this one away. We don't need it right now. The path goes that way. So we go hut, 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 hut. Big 82. I'm curious. Am I allowed to have some people not be standing next to the tile change? That'd be cool. Glacial pools. You stand before the heart of a glacier. The ancient stone path leads up into an icy blue cavern. A sense of foreboding fills the air as cool liquid flows from pool to pool. Okay. So we have a giant path. Oh, are we gonna have to like run back this way? Is that why this area is so huge without anything going on? Oh boy. All right, prepare for that. Prepare yourselves for that. All right, we go. Hut, 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 hut. Hut, 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 hut. Why am I actually acting out how we traverse this zone? I don't know, man. Medium 46. Into the glacier. Let's take this one away for now. I'm going to change our perspective again. The chill air causes your breath to come out in puffs. The cave glows a soft blue from the sunlight filtering through the thick ice above. The glaive. If a fae is on the party, do something, but I don't have a fae. Okay. POI 303. All right. I'm not supposed to like lay this on top of this, am I? I don't think so. But what if I am? Oh, actually, that does look better. Yeah, that's totally what you're supposed to do. All right, POI 303. That's a high number. Ice chamber. You're in a blue crystalline cavern. The walls of the cavern are thick and opaque. Affixed to the wall is a piece of wood. Upon closer inspection, there's a small section that is mostly transparent. Am I supposed to have something here? I'm always worried. Do I need a quest item? Like that vertical leap potion? That was good to have, but I don't know if I need anything else for the rest of this zone. I'm always wondering, did I miss something? I've done most of the game, but did I miss something? I don't think so. So let's keep going. Let's look at the wood first. You can make out etchings in the wood. It appears to be some sort of sign. It's got Elvish writing on it. Oh, no. But I don't understand Elvish anymore. I had to sleep. I got sleepy. Alright, we're probably going to have some excess noise in the background. I'll try to filter it out. Let's look at the transparent parts. It looks as though there's another chamber on the other side of the thin wall. You think you could get through this wall if you tried. Um, huh. Do we try to get through this ice? I don't know what the Elvish says, so it could be a big problem, right? But I also, maybe we should go pay for another scroll and turn in that one job for Clendon's. I vowed to not do it, but I might change my tune. Yeah, you know what? I don't like being uninformed, so we're not going to disturb the ice yet. It's a silly place. We go back to the world map real quick. We're going to do some cross-country skiing. The thing is, somebody said the Cloudberries were in the Daggerfrost, and that's where we are. So I came here on good faith. We need our travel deck again. Alright, well. Guess now the question is, should I rest before going and getting that scroll? We can travel further before making that decision. Plains Path. You enjoy your travels taking in the sights. Road Path. You pass this way easily. Hooray! Okay, we have to go to Big 50. Because there's somebody I need to talk to here. Because we have these giant pine nuts. It is Big 50. Specifically, I need to head into Small 61. I think that's probably my biggest complaint about this game is the repeat visiting of towns can be a little cumbersome. Like you have to go get the big tile and then go find the small tile for the house. And I wish there was some way, I don't know how you would do this, but some way to just have like here's a summary card of the stuff that exists here. I think we need to talk to NPC 129 on this tile. Hello. I would like some money now. It's Fleur the shopkeeper. Hey, speaking of giant pine nuts. Uh, Hold on. Fleur the storekeep. She's an elf woman who is sour and sneering. A pinched-looking elf sits behind the counter, slowly reading a tome, looking very unhappy. Well now, welcome to Beatrix Market, home of the whining shoppers. You look like another exile from the guild. Don't bother me, alright? That's why I made the sign. What does the sign say? She points to a small sign on the counter. It reads, if you're from the Exiles Guild, I will give my scroll to the first exile who brings me giant pine nuts. More nuts equals more reward. Hey, we just happen to have a thing that says, first exile who brings me giant pine nuts. Let's turn this in. Draw event 319. What 319? Uh, 119. There was very specific glare. That was confusing. Very specific glare. Nutty delivery. You drop what you've collected on the countertop in front of the sign. Fleur, the storekeeper, slowly peers over her tome and down at the counter. A look of realization comes over her face and she jumps for joy. Thank you! I can't wait to see the look on their faces when I put these out! She opens a small drawer and slides some K and a wooden squill across the counter to you. You take the squill in your hand and think of home. For For each pine nut, gain 2 experience and 2k. That's 4 pine nuts. That's 8k. Woohoo, that's quite the haul. I like it. And also, 8 experience. There we go. Which means I can turn these 2 1s into a 10. Which means we have 55, so we can level up again. We're going to be level 10. We did it! We're getting to the end game! Hooray! Literally the final level. It's the final countdown. Diddle-doo-doo. Diddle-doo-doo-doo. Okay. Make sure there's nothing important. My phone went buzz. And hey, we're here. We're right at the guild, so we get to level up anyways. Hooray! Alright, so we banish key item 99, which was the giant pine nuts card. NPC 129 and NPC 66 go to their B state. $129 and 66. Which is the customer in the shop, obviously. Well, maybe that wasn't obvious. It was obvious to me, being the person looking at the card. I had a slight advantage. Alright. Keep this card as a squill. Boom. We did it, team. We have a lot of squills. Okay, let's talk to her again. See. She might have a RP point, and we are currently full. I think we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait. We might get an RP point, and I'd like to save that. I know that's a little metagamey, but last time we ran out, we were in some serious trouble for a while, so here we are. Okay, and same with the new customer. Let's leave so we can do our leveling up and all that. So the guild in this case is 113? 113, and the town is POI 80, which is already out. All right. So we don't want to rest. We want to level up. The max level here is 10. Interesting. There's a different guild where we can level up more? I don't think there is. I think there's something else you do when you're leveling up past 10. Oh yes, advanced training. After level 10, you can spend 25 experience to learn a skill if you meet the requirements, 20 experience to increase max HP, SP, or MB by +1, or 15 experience to increase strength, dex, int, wisdom, charisma, or endurance by +1. Now I assume that means +1 space, because otherwise that's a little bit awkward to track on your little character card. Sorry, specifically. Speaking of my character card, I'm gonna put Rix at 9 max mana now. I think it's her best upgrade, which means I need a 1 MP token that I don't have yet, or 1 size max MP token. And then we need endurance at 10. Yes, yes, finally. We've been waiting for that for a long, long time. And then we will learn, I don't know, Poultice. Why not? I don't plan on using it, but we will learn it. All right. Level 10. Sweet. Get to flip my token over. There's a level 10 now. The highest you can get. For Zertle, I believe I was planning to level up his health. Yeah. To 17. Which is pretty great. Kaboom! And do I just want to put my strength at 10? Probably. Yeah, get my 2 combat attributes as high as I can get them. The rest of them are whatever. Okay. Oh, yes. And you can learn Ray of Destiny. You're not going to master it, though. You just learn it. Okay. Sounds good. We have done our level up. Do we have anything in our stashes that we want to sell at this time? And the answer is yes. Right, we got a bunch of gear last couple sessions. We have a few things to sell off. Specifically, Zertle has 4 different pieces of armor that he can get rid of. Because we just have better stuff now. Which gets us a total of 10k. 3 each for the iron tier, 2 each for the stone tier. That is wonderful. I don't know if I've made it clear, but I've been struggling with money for most of this game. It's difficult. You don't actually get a ton of money normally, so this is good. We can sell Rix's old hunting bow. Sorry, hunting quiver. And also a bunch of other equipment as well. Jeez. Yeah, I got so much garbage to sell off. I love it. We are looking for a right-hand glove for Rix. We'll find it eventually, I think. I hope. That is 3 plus 2 is 5 plus 2 is 7 plus 1 is 8 more K in old equipment. One, two, 3 plus a 5. You know, at the start of this game, I was like, I don't know when you'd ever use the bigger denominations of money. And in the middle of the game, I was like, I don't know when you'd ever use the bigger denominations of money. And now I get it. Alright, and then go to the town that's also here, and we don't need to fill our potions. They're already good. I do, however, want to... Wait, do you full heal and level up? I think you do. So yes, we get all of our mana and health back too. Not that we were missing a lot, I guess. Yes, I was going to spend 1k to repair 9. That's 6, 7, 8. All right. Armor is fully repaired as well. Sounds great to me. Now we get to traverse the oceans which is good. Yes, I think 1, 2, 3 gets us through our current deck, and then our first thing will be ocean travel. Very good. Okay. I do need to update some stats really quick. I'm excited because Rix now has so much mana for Mark. We'll use it quite a bit. Let's leave town. We have nothing else. Oh, wait, hold on. Job board. Hmm. Travel to Yimble Peak and do a thing. I do want to do that. Not yet. I'm gonna do Clendence's quest and hope that it's not a trick, a track, a trap. Okay, now let's go on this road path. You pass this way easily through the dense fog. I'm glad because it's just a single bridge. How much fog could there be? Whoop. And then we go road path. Your journey is difficult and your spirits sag. Oh no, we flip our morale token. And last travel before we run out of cards in the deck. You're so hungry you need to take a break and eat some food. Or I just lose my token and then instantly use Rix to refresh all three of them. Oh shoot, armor grids. Do, 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 do. Excellent. Okay. Now, before we travel any further, I'm going to shuffle 1 to 3 discarded travel cards back into the deck and refresh 1 travel token. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let me not spend Rix's thing yet, because we're going to refresh 1 for free. And the one that I want to shuffle in is Bobbing Boat. And then I'm going to travel along this ocean path. We do have a lot of money. I know there's somebody here who just takes a bunch of money. And there's somebody here. Oh, we've already spent all the money there. That one's fine. That one's done. Um, yeah, we gotta spend a bunch of money here. There's also somebody in Eastgate where we can spend a huge amount of money. I think we can technically afford it now, but don't want to yet. Bobbing boat. Just ahead, you see a small boat bobbing on the water. You may draw event 542. I do that. DM, I do that. Small boat. You find a small abandoned sailboat bobbing upon the waves. Drawing closer, you see it's full of treasure. The wind picks up and it begins to sail away from you. You paddle after the boat trying to catch it. Make an endurance check. Well, Rick's just got 10 and got up to 10 endurance, so let's do Rick's 13. Hmm. Is a 13 good enough? Do I think I can do better? I'm going to spend an RP point. So that's 16. Do I want to use a focus to get possibly +6? No, that's unlikely to happen. We'll go with 16. 10 plus. Oh, well, I overpaid. You just barely catch up to the boat and swipe at some of the treasure. Make one loot roll. Yes, Rix, make a loot roll. 10. 10 plus, get 2k. Okay. And then index this card. Huh. You know... Huh. If you get a 20 plus, you get a stone tier item. And then the event and the travel and the boat disappear forever. Interesting. This is just a way to make money, though. I don't know that was worth the use of my spyglass. Oh well. I do think that I routinely stay up too late. And by that I mean I don't rest enough. And that's definitely something I can work on. Right, we also refresh one of our tokens. I see this one, hunger, come up so much. Just so much. So yeah, I think we're going to start resting a little bit more. Yeah, I think, is this zoomed in too much? Hold on. Yes, yes it is. There we go. All right. Water path. You see, far away you see a crowd gathered by the side of the road. Discard and draw again. Okay. You enjoy your travels taking in the sights. Look at that. Yeah. This goes to F1, which is on the basin board. Okay, so I might want to go to East... Oh, I have to go to Eastgate to talk to the elf translation person. So I guess let's go on the road path. You're so hungry you need to take a break and eat some food. Look at that. And then I will spend Rix's token to refresh all 3 of these. And we're going to go on the plains path. We're going to go Keepwick outskirts first. Plains path. You're so hungry you need to take a break and eat some food. See, I told you it comes up a lot. Oh, the big cart is here. I could try to shop at the big carts. Lumbering carts. You may choose to draw medium 35. I do that? So we're going to end up here, but let's draw medium 35 and see what happens. Traveling caravan. Dust rises as carts lumber along the road. Merchants of some sort or other carry goods to their next destination. You see a lone knight overseeing the procession atop their steed. Okay, interesting. Let's talk to the knight first, NPC 214. Interesting. Dame Ellie, the knight. She's a halfling woman. Her demeanor is confident. She has her hand on her hilt, and she smiles a lot. A halfling woman in a shining helm with knightly vestments practices with her sword here. She smiles brightly as you approach. By sword and shield, fist on chest, I greet thee! You are honored to be in the presence of a knight. Lowly exile though you are, by my code I give respect. What kind of knight are you? The merchants of this caravan requested aid, and I was sent to protect them, though we are stuck for now. Why are you stuck? The caravan was attacked by a mighty lurd. I was forced to make a preemptive tactical retreat. Banshee, my war pony, was attacked by oozes and became sick with lurd lung. Nasty business, that. I am looking to find a cure for lurd lung to heal Banshee. If you can find the cure, my squill is yours, Exile. Though I shall keep looking, I can't rely on someone else to do a night's work. Well, good news. Wait, gain key item 55. What is key item 55? Knight's request. Dame Ellie the Knight has requested your aid in finding a cure to Banshee. The war pony's sickness, lurd lung. If you find the exact text from Wart's Foot to lurd lung, then draw event 107. So here's the thing. We already have the cure for lurd lung, so I don't think that's going to be relevant. I think this card is just going to get banished straight away. But hey. Oh, by the way, what's your code of honor? The freedoms afforded by common folk are a luxury I do not have. My life is the code. To adhere is my purpose. To train them is my cause. I am Dame Ellie, the Knight. Well, we have a dark red powder. Keep this until you find a card with the exact text became sick with lurd lung, because this is a potential cure for lurd lung. Warning, it will turn your tongue purple for a while. For best effect, inhale directly. Alright, draw event 67 and banish the dark red powder. Event 67. Yeah, the trouble with not sleeping very often is a lot of my stuff, a lot of my events and travel cards are way behind the rest of the campaign. Pony recovery. Ellie raises an eyebrow as you produce the small bottle. She brings it over to Banshee, who nickers and inhales the red powder. A few moments later, Banshee struggles to his feet. Banish key item 36. I already did that. Flip this. I'm surprised that an exile was able to help me out, but I must admit, your service was adequate. She rummages in her saddlebags and pulls out a squill. She smiles and puts it into your palm. Banish key item 55 and travel 61. Can I examine the lumbering carts before I have to leave this place forever? I certainly hope so. Keep this card as a squill. Also, I kind of want to go back through my squills, because some of them mentioned a thing, like, if you have squill blah blah blah, squill 25, add job 45. Do I have squill 25? No. I have 20, 21, 23, 22, 24, 29. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Anyways, we got another squill. That's good. We have a formidable stack. Oh no. Somebody came out with a new best viewers message. Hold on. Apologies. Okay, so that's done. We don't need to talk to Dame Ellie anymore. We've done her quest. We've had that powder for so long. So it's nice to actually, get it out of our inventory. I like that we are using some of these items that have been in our inventory forever, because that means we don't have to keep track of them and keep wondering, when am I going to use this? POI 77. Beside the road. You're standing beside a dusty road. Wooden carts are here, wheels creaking as they follow the rutted path. A mounted knight is on the other side of the road, watching over the scene. I forgot to mention, Rick's got an RP point with the knight. Okay. Let's look at the road first. The road winds on out of sight, a dusty brown serpent carrying travelers towards their destiny. Okay. And the carts? The slow, rhythmic creak of the wooden wheels is soothing in an odd sort of way. You watch the merchants guide the beasts along the tracks, though you think the animals could find their way all by themselves. And the knight, who we already talked to. The knight has their steed positioned at the top of the small hillock. Their visored head swivels this way and that, constantly on the lookout for danger. It reminds you of a shepherd guiding a flock of sheep. I'm glad we stopped here to investigate that point of interest. We learned so much. Let's leave. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Yes, I want to investigate what the traveling merchant has. So big 70. We're gonna see if this guy has anything really cool right now. Big 70. So I remember roughly we need to get into small 92, which has the actual store. And also you can see the giant ants that are this man's pack animals because we found them for him. We're geniuses. POI 76. We actually have money. Let's see what we can do with money that we have not already done. Roadside Market. The Astounding Apothecary. We have already bought the Bloodroot and the Vertical Leap Potion. Odds and ends. There's the Archaeologist's Hat, guaranteed boost to your Charisma, Genki item 11. I don't think we need a special hat. We already have the Lucky Charm, which is actually pretty great. Actually pretty great. Fabulous Footwear. For 21, the Stampede Boots. Spiked boots to trample enemies. That sounds awesome. Or the Winged Boots for 30. Boots that give you extra speed. So here's what I'm thinking. Follow me on this journey. I don't think I want either of those, because they're super expensive and they sound like they're combat things. They do not sound like they're going to help me in exploration mode. And right now I want to spend my money on stuff that'll help me do questy stuff, you know? So I'm going to go ahead and say Nodog to all those. Just didn't have it. But thanks. If I had just unlimited funds, I'd buy the spiked boots. That sounds like fun. I'd give those to Zertle and let him stomp all over his enemies. But that's not where we're at right now. Instead, we are going to go travel one more space to Keepwick outskirts on this road path. The journey is difficult and your spirits sag. Yeah, that's the other common one. And we're going to go to, what is it, Big 6? That's so low. That number is so small. And we need to go into small 11 to talk to Clendence and hope that that's all cool. I hope I'm not doing something stupid. Wait. Isn't that the cleric who... No, it wasn't the cleric who died. It was somebody else who died. NPC 32. All right, so Clendence. Oh, we don't actually have to take him out. I just have to be in Keepwick Outskirts. Travel to Keepwick Outskirts. Bring key 29. This is worth 4k, which is quite a bit. Where do I have the thing? Who's holding this special thing right now? Lucky Charm. Metal token. There it is. This is key item 29. Okay. Claim. Gain the reward, 4K. I will take 4K. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to do some exchanges. Banish this card and banish Kian 29. I hope I don't come back. That doesn't come back to haunt me. It very well could. I'm just imagining it's gonna be like the end of the game, and they're gonna be like, "Hey, do you still have Kian 29? You can use it for an extra boost here." And you're like, "No." Huh. Oh wow, Clemens actually tells you about The Walking Dead over in the uplands. Hmm. Clearly, I wasn't paying enough attention to him because I was just like, "No, you're evil. You're evil. You're evil. You're evil." He's like, "I'm just trying to tell you about the world." No, you're evil. But the world. No, no, no. I'm on to your tricks. You're evil. Okay, I guess that's all we need to do there. Didn't actually need to go into town. And that means we are ready to head on to Eastgate. We got some extra money, which is great. Road path. What's the fastest way to get to Eastgate? I guess it doesn't actually matter any of these three directions. I just have to end up there. So really any way I go is equidistant. I'm going to go on the road. It's usually easier on the road. You pass this way easily. Speaking of, road path. The journey is difficult in your spirit sack. Well, hey, look, listen. We each lose a speed. Road path. You're so hungry you need to take a break and eat some food. Okay, well, you know what? And road path. You pass this way easily. And road path. Your spirits are high as you travel along. See, it's all fine. We actually need to go into town, which is annoying. I don't want to go into town. I don't like going into town. But there's somebody selling something for 33K. I don't even know who it is. That said, there's also at Q3 something about reviving and healing for lots of money. Oh, wait, Eastgate is 33 squills, not K. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. 6 short. Almost there. It's a lot of squills, though. Wow. Also, we are approaching the end of this episode. All right, we have to go into town to get this scroll of learning Elvish. So, big 62. I'm not even going to put my characters on the board because I just need to go to big 64 next. And we go and talk to, I'm pretty sure it's you, NPC 148. Pretty sure. Let's go find out. All right. Yes. Yes, bring me any script or tome. So this is a fellish woman who's jolly. Her name is Quell Hafkin. Bring me any script or tome, and I shall produce for you in the common tongue a translation. I am fluent in Orcish, Common, Elvish, and Dwarvish. I am teaching myself Lunari now. I've even started making scrolls of understanding. Scrolls, you say? Well, it's still an experiment, but these one-time use scrolls will give you understanding of any language, although I've only made Elvish so far. Would you like to buy one for 3k? Yes. Cost is 3k, gain key item 104. Yeah, give me that scroll. Which you can open up and read to understand Elvish. We've already done this once before, but now we have it again, and now we have 2 places where we actually need to know Elvish. And we spend 3k on this. 1, 2, 3. Okay. We leave. We go to just town mode. We could spend a K to rest here. I don't think I need to. I think I'm just going to keep going, and we'll spend speed as needed to not take exhaustion. The journey is difficult in your spirit sag. Okay, I might need to be spending speed more often, I guess. And then we keep going on the road. You draw near and see a large cart colorful with wares and goods. You may draw big 70 or just discard this. We ignore the cart. We've already done that recently. Road path. You pass this way easily. Plains path. You pass this way easily. I'm glad. Road path. Far off in the waters, you see a tiny boat. Discard this and draw again. Wow, it's the bottom one. Crazy. Yeah, we're just like powering through the wilderness right now because we gotta get all the way back to the rim. With our scroll of understanding Elvish. Oh, I really hope they don't do the thing where they force you to do a long rest. So I'd have to go get another scroll. That would be pretty annoying. Alright, road path. You're so hungry you take a break and eat some food. Yeah. I get it. We are here. We're going in the water. Along the roadside, you see something colorful. It looks like it might be a large cart. Discard this and draw again. You pass this way easily. I'm hoping we don't need to head back to that continent again for a while. Actually, before I draw, it's going to be a water path out of the way, but there is something to be said for going down to the Lonely Isle and seeing what the paints do. How much did the paints cost? Huh. Is that K4? Okay, good. Well, that's H4. K4 is the foothills. I just have a note that says return there with oodles of cash, which is very helpful. Thank you, past me. That describes perfectly what I needed to do. Okay. Um what are my other options? Right. Hold on. In hex Q3. Which one is Q3? Is that on the rim? Yes, it is. It's Camlin Fork. No, it's Marn Way. Oh now I don't know. Let's just go to Marnway, because I don't want to go out of the way. Your spirits are high as you travel along. Okay, so it doesn't matter which water path I took, it would have been the same. You pass this way easily on this road path. One more road path, and then we get off this island. You pass this way easily. Road. You're so hungry you need to take a break and eat some food. Okay. But we made it to the rim, which is where I wanted to be, and I think we're gonna take a long rest here in Rivertown North. Additionally, I need to take a new job, which is going to be the hunting lodge. I've got a winter hunting lodge that's in bad shape. I need someone to truck up into the snow and fix her up. Okay. Travel to Yimble Peak, which is way over here. While there, you may spend 1 speed to make repairs. We'll be doing that since we're going to the Erie anyways. Sounds good to me. And then we need to long rest here in town at the guild where it's free. So we go to full on all stats, we refresh all of our travel tokens, we shuffle our travel deck, and we draw a new day card. Which in this case means going all the way back. So we add day 7. Man, we are slow rolling this whole system. I have a feeling we're supposed to be long past day 7 by the time you get to the rim, but here we are. And then we start back on day 1. A beautiful day. Do, 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 do. It's a wonderful day for adventuring. It's a wonderful day for adventuring. You feel the sunshine warm you as a gentle breeze caresses your face. No special rules, no special rules. Won't you be my neighbor? Don't ask me why I did that. I need to shuffle my travel deck. Otherwise, we are... Ooh, yes, and I get my dailies back, which is great. Won't you be? Won't you be? Please, won't you be my neighbor? Why did I break into Mr. Rogers' neighborhood? Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. Truth is, I don't know. And that's okay. We have shuffled our travel deck. We are going to be leaving Rivertown North, going to Shallow Wash. Yeah, we'll go boom, boom, pay oodles of cash, then go here, and then go up through the mountain, I guess. Secret tunnel. Road path. Far off in the waters, you see a tiny boat. Discard and draw again. You're so hungry you need to take a break and eat some food. Of course we do. Of course. What else would happen? Road path. You enjoy your travels taking in the sights. I didn't have to eat that time. Well, which is it, game? Is traveling hungry work or not? Long 20. Long 20. Which might already be out. It is. The hills are alive with the sound of tiles I should have put away a long time ago and haven't. Da, 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 da. I make a big mess, and I never clean up. Medium 24, which I assume is also right here. Look at that. And we will talk to NPC 204. I vaguely remember you. Illis the gardener. She's a fey woman who's serene and she hums softly. I'd be happy to show you what I have for purchase. I apologize for the expense of these flowers. Would that I could give them away. However, I need the K for the fertilizer and purchasing new seeds. So, for 24k, Healing Nectar. This extract boosts healing potions or skills. Gain key item 174, which does sound like something Zertle would be interested in. Let's be real. Option 2, Lotus Petals for 33k. A symbol of rebirth. If you should fall, the power of the lotus will bring you back from the brink, getting key item 165. I like that one. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that one. And we have enough money, so let's pay for that one. 33k for 165. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Good grief. 33. Well, kept it as long as I could. And it's gone. 165. Got it. Lotus Petals. Lotus Petals. This is a pathless item usable by any exile. The petals of a lotus, meticulously tended and cared for, grown by the master gardener Illis. Illis? I think Illis. Gain dossier 165. Huh. 165. Which is Lotus Petals. If you're ever at 0 health, you can heal to 10. The cost is 1 reaction and 1 cube. When you are reduced to 0 health, gain 10 health, and refreshes for 3k. Whew. Yikes. Okay. Very cool. Yeah. I want it in my inventory. I just don't know how I'm gonna do that. Maybe I give it to Rix? No, I should give it to Zertle. Yeah, how about instead of this healing potion, which is good, just not amazing, I will take the Lotus Petals. But if Zertle goes down, which is, a frequent occurrence, he can just pop right back up again. Thank you, the gardener. Thank you, Illis. We leave. Let's continue on our way. Okay, continuing on to the Dagger Frost, which is a plains path. Your spirits... Nope. Your endurance is difficult and your spirits sag. Yeah, of course they do. And now, we go back into the Dagger Frost, which is Big 53. We've done a lot today. So, Big 53, which leads to Long 38, which leads to Big 82, which leads to big 80, which leads to medium 46. And now we are finally where we left off. POI 303. First, we read the sealed scroll. Draw a key item 54 and then index this, but I actually like to keep both these cards out so I remember that it's a temporary thing. So now we have this translation guide of letters to symbols in Elvish. It's very simple. And now we get to open up POI 303 and actually translate the sign, which might say something like, hey, there's death beyond this. Be prepared. In case of emergency, don't break. Okay, the sign says... I'm trying to remember which way Elvish goes. I think you start at the bottom? D... A... N... G... Dang? Oh, danger. And then E and then R. Is that really all you're going to say is just danger? I guess, yeah, I mean, it was a short message, but come on. Looking at the wall of ice, you break through the ice wall. Draw medium 84 and index this card. Yeah. Probably a mistake, but yeah. Gotta make mistakes, right? And we're not going to go too much longer. A garden in the ice. Green bushes flourish here. You can see their roots going down into the crystal clear ice. The bright pink berries beckon you, but then you feel dark presence. A piercing wail fills the air. Something has awoken in this icy realm. Wait a second. Dang it. Somebody wanted, like, ice elemental hearts or something, and I didn't write down whom. Why didn't I write this down? That's a mistake on my part. I'm gonna go ahead and take this back, because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need the space. Wait. Never mind. That goes like that. Place medium 45 on big 82. 45. Pools and stairs. From the depths of the tranquil water, desiccated bodies pull themselves up with bony hands to answer the call of undeath. Their features are marred by the glacier blue ice still frozen to them. Yeah, okay, this is maybe a problem. We got some undead. This is going to be a great time to stop the episode, is right when combat starts. Place long 37 on big 53. Well, shoot. Yep. Okay. Yeah, normally I set up the next encounter before logging off, but this one's going to be huge, and I'm going to have to figure out how it fits on my table. Because I need... Yeah, this goes here. Move, everybody. This goes here, and further connects to a big tile over here, where, you know, already off screen. Long 37. So yeah, I'm going to have to sign off and then figure out how to get all of this on camera for tonight's session. Let's read what this is first. Bones in the snow. The snowdrifts burst asunder as horrors shake to life. The dead rise from beneath their white blankets to trouble the living. So we had that, and now we have a couple more skeletons way back there. And as I said, we're going to figure out how all this can possibly fit on my screen. Also, we have this thing, then flip and place this last. This also needs to go on camera. It's going to be over here somewhere. It's already off screen. That's great. There's a couple points of interest. Another type of foe. There's elvish writing on the floor, which is going to be fun. There's a path chest, and also there's definitely a statue where we can get another tablet. That's really what I came here for, is that tablet. And I guess the Fey berries, which somebody wanted. I wonder if that was a trap. Oh, before continuing, before logging off, can I translate the runes on the floor? What do they say? So they got these elvish runes on the floor, which say, let's see. Is that a C? I'll admit this one's a little bit hard to read because it's in a circle. Yeah, I think that's C. Oh, wait, no. Nope. D. N. What the heck is that? U? That looks like a U. D N U O. This is obviously backwards. That's fine. B. So B-O-U-N-D. Bound. Okay. Well, let's work backwards from there then. Let's write this down. What's that one that looks kind of like a W? Oh, it could be either way, but the next letter gives it... nope. Yes. So that should be K. K-E-E-P. Keep. B-O-U-N-D. Keep bound. Okay, so it just says keep bound on both sides. So you gotta keep them there, I assume, is the trick. Don't go after the little guys who are wandering around. I can dig that. But again, we're going to do that next time. So everybody, thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, and I hope that you did, feel free to tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at the following US and Canada Pacific times. So Mondays, why is that so red? Why is my weight balance so far off? Hold on. Can you weight balance, please? That's way off. Huh. Anyways, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at the following US and Canada Pacific times. So Mondays, 1 p.m. we do modded Skyrim. Mondays at 10 p.m. we do Final Fantasy VII, the original PC ports. Wednesdays at 1 p.m. we do more modded Skyrim. Fridays at both 1 p.m. and 10 p.m. we do Arydia the Paths We Dare Tread, which is what you just saw. It's like a TTRPG style of board game in a box. Sorry, TTRPG in a box style of board game is how I usually phrase that. So you have pre-made, well, the role-playing is pretty light, and the events are all, you know, pre-written on cards and stuff. You can kind of change the path you take a little bit, but not a huge amount. But it's an awful lot of fun to be honest. I'm really enjoying this game. As you can tell, because it's episode 57, I've basically finished it. Alright. Everything I do here on Twitch is recorded as a video on demand and exported to my YouTube channel. There's a link in the Twitch channel description somewhere down below. Unless you're already watching on YouTube, in which case there's a link to my Twitch channel in the YouTube video description somewhere down below. Yeah, that's it. Everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting and chatting. Thanks for liking, following, and subscribing. Thanks for the bits bean, and I will see you all next time.